Let's look at some crazy big rare aroids and a living wall. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rose, and in today's video we're gonna look at all the beautiful aroids that are gonna be for sale soon from Kakyaki, the first rare plant shop that I ever found and visited. I had a peek inside and there are some huge leaves. Obviously they wanted to do a sale, I think back in December, but because of COVID that wasn't possible. And so the plants have been growing for like another 3 months. So I'm really curious to see how big they've gotten. So let's go check it out. Woo. Here we are at the special greenhouse of Kakyaki, where they put the plants for pickups and sales and stuff. So let's head inside. We're starting at the biggest leaves ever. Look at this. You think this is a Nangaritens? Nangaritens. And it's crazy big. Check this out. There's some flowers in here as well, inflorescences. The stem is a little bit like a Florida ghost. Or Florida. And then huge round leaves. It's really cool. This is a new leaf. Still a little bit floppy. Look at that. That's very cool. And then this is something else, right? Ah, the big pastas. Pasta paradise over here. Look at this. Woo! This is my hand, by the way, for size. What are the prices of these, kind of? And they are flowering. Look at that.
Remember, Thames is 150.
150 euros. Okay.
And the big Pistaciniums are 165.
165?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's not a lot for a lot of plants.
They're so big, no one can take them home.
Well, they're coming by car at least. You don't have to ship them, so that's good.
I don't think they would fit in our car.
I would just smash them in. And this is a huge metallicum, which is amazing. If you know, I have a metallicum that is a little bit smaller. But look, that chunk shows you how big it will be. There's a new leaf on the way. And here's another one. I'm just asking the owners the prices that are they're standing behind me to help us figure out what everything costs. So Nina, big metallicum.
They should be around 250.
Okay, 250. And we're not saying the exact prices, but it doesn't matter anyway, because people, I didn't actually say this yet. So I didn't really explain this yet. We just went straight into the plants, but they have a sale coming up where people have booked slots. I think it's almost booked out already, booked full, however you say that. And that is this coming weekend. They always have amazing plants. Let's keep looking at the plants. So when we look up here, there is a new beautiful shelf built by Thijs, I think. And then that one there is an Anthurium grandifolium or giganteum. They're not quite sure about the ID, and that was, I think, 100 euros, you said? We can't really show you because it's really up high and I'm quite tall still. So, and then back there, which I would love to show you better, it's velvet leaves. Look at that. That's a huge metallicum that I think they said is 250 euros. Look at that. It's incredibly big. And then there is a Vichy here, very nicely ribbed one, which was 225.
Yeah.
There we go. Now you can see them properly. Look at that. That's beautiful. And a really long leaf as well. Then here we have some queens. So the king and queen are chilling together, trying to climb in between the plants here without hurting them. So here are some big queens. What were the prices of those? I forgot.
I think the largest ones are 300.
Okay, so the prices are 300 or a little bit less depending on size. That's what they're really good at here, to not price everything super high, just look at the actual plant and then adjust the pricing. There's a beautiful queen there as well. And then some baby plants over here. Some Hoyas, I think, as well, which is fun. Seems like my rare aroid friends have finally caught the Hoya bug. Some Amplyssimums and some begonias as well over here. And then here we have a big plant.
This is the flexum.
Flexum or Dayflexum?
Dayflexum.
Dayflexum. I've never heard of some of the names that they have here. but that is quite cool looking. A little bit like a pasta, but a longer shape. That is my personal observation. It's not something official. And here's the stem. You can see how chunky it is. Lots of aerial roots. And Nina can tell us.
I think the biggest one, is this one, is 160 euros.
Okay, 160 if you choose the biggest one. All depends on size. Is this another one of the same?
Yeah.
Deflexum?
Yes.
Have you guys heard of Deflexum before? Tell me in the comments, because I had never heard of it. But it looks very cool. And that's why we come to places like this, to learn new plant names. Okay, let's look over here, because as you can see, there is a lot. We'll do this side. Actually, let's do this side next. That's more fun, because the best ones are in the back. Haha. My fingers are really sticky from the, what is it called? I forget. Extra floral nectaries on this one. So, see? That's fun. So on this side is actually the living wall that they're growing. Some of them need some attention after winter, but most are really grabbing onto the wall and looking happy. This Amplissimum is growing really big, and there's some variegated monsteras, and a beautiful, you know I love this one, Melanochrysum growing up the wall. Very cool, but the plants that they're selling are down here. So this is a philodendron mamae, is how they pronounce it. I don't know this plant, but what is the price of these ones, sort of?
60 to 100.
Okay, so this is a pretty big one. So let's say this is 100, and then the smaller ones might be cheaper. We'll see.
Yeah, we also have some baby plants, and those are the cheapest ones.
Yeah, they're more affordable, of course. So there's some beautiful varicosums here as well. And if you have a varicosum from a garden center like me, you'll notice that it looks very different than these ones. They're not necessarily much more hairy, but much more corrugated. So the bubbles on the leaves, can you see? And the shape is just a little bit different. Mine is a perfect heart shape, and this is like a little bit more different looking. So this is really cool. I feel like this is a different form or from a different location or something. Really nice. And let's go over here. These are some more mamaes. So we know the price of those already. Beautiful Melanochrysums, which are my favorite. Look at that velvet. The first time I actually ever saw a Melanochrysum in real life was here in this shop when they first did their big opening. And I was so impressed because on Instagram they look amazing, but I never knew how velvet they were until I saw it here IRL. These beautiful melanos that are actually quite large already in size, if you look at my hand, are about 100 euros per plant. And here you can see they have quite long stems, so quite a few nodes. They have some cool white princesses here, I think. I never know how to tell these guys apart. When I do a tour in a garden center, I get a lot of comments saying, that's wrong, that's not the right ID. And I'm just saying what's on the label. But I think these are white princesses, and they are about 80. Sorry. And then we have some pink princesses over here that are also around 80. Look, there's some nice pink on this one. Very cute. Some Marantas in the back, variegated Maranta kerchoviana. Getting better at that name. And some begonias. You will not believe how big this pastazanum is. Look at that leaf right here. And then there's a new leaf about to open. Really very careful. This stem is so chunky. It's insane. So obviously they won't be able to ship this, which is why it's great for a sale like this where people come in person. And this plant is 165 euros. Can you believe it? That is a crazy low price in my opinion, but okay. Some more varicosums over here, different kinds. And then down here, I actually skipped over them a little bit, but they have quite a lot of Thai constellations with beautiful sectoral variegation, which you guys know I love. Here's a new floppy leaf getting the first secondary fenestrations. The prices of these are 160 to 180 depending on the size again. Very cool. Mine is so cool, and I'm very happy that I finally decided to get one. Down here, some more mamai because they have so many. Here's another tray of the Thai constellations. Look at this beautiful new leaf. Beautiful variegation. And some squamiferaums. On this side, there's a bit more common for Holland plants, and a tortum, and some syngoniums, and epipremnums, and skindapsus, and philodendron. So we're gonna kind of skip over these, even though they are awesome, because they are mostly doing this big sale for all the big aroids. Here's some Regal Shield alocasias. These beautiful babies are 30 euros. And I'm actually thinking of getting one. Not right now, because I'm here to film, not to shop. But they have beautiful light veins. And I think they might be really cool for in our greenhouse. What do you think? I know they won't survive there in winter, but they might in summer. Some Floridas over here as well. Big leafed Floridas. You can tell by the stem if you didn't know. Most of you will already know that, but the little bumps mean it's a Florida and not a pedatum. Over here, there's some begonias. These are not snow caps. They are slightly different. If you want to compare, these are the snow caps. They have bigger spots, it seems like, and these are a little bit more detailed and refined. On this table, there are a few really beautiful big-leaved Anthuriums, and they are either Anthurium metallicum or Waterburianum, however you pronounce that, but they don't know exactly. So it's going to be a little bit of a mystery. If you know what you think these are, and you actually know something about Anthuriums, please comment below what you think they are as we go along, with timestamps preferably, so we know what you're talking about. But let's look at them close. This is a big metallicum. These I think are about 175 to 200, depending on size once again. And look at that. It's so pretty. There, velvet. Sometimes I can show you the velvet, okay, and sometimes it doesn't work, but here you can see. Let's see, there's another one of that here, another metallicum, or whatever it might be, surprise. Very cool. And then behind there is a regal. Look at that leaf. That is beautiful. With the big veins. Ooh, velvet. Any idea what the price of these are?
The regals are 300.
300?
Yeah.
Okay. Very big. I have a baby one and it's so cute and so happy. Definitely recommend. Then this one is a weird one that I keep forgetting the name of. Claramelens. And it seems to be an Anthurium that actually is kind of veining. Can you, no, am I saying this wrong? Yes. It's vining. That's the word I was looking for. So it's growing a little bit like a philodendron, but it is actually an Anthurium. And again, it is beautiful. I love this center vein that is kind of standing up. But all Anthuriums have that, it seems like, the ones I like. Here is a tiny baby leaf. Really careful. Look at the veins already on that. That's going to be big and beautiful. Here is another regal, I'm guessing. Oh, I didn't tell you the price of the Claramelens.
150.
150 euros. Okay, thanks, Nina. And then in the back there is the other Claramelens. I'm going to say this a lot so that I can learn the name. Look at these leaves. They're really big. A little bit like a metallicum, but the vining is quite interesting how it's growing. Do you see? Isn't that fascinating for an Anthurium? There's another leaf up there as well. It's a really big plant. And then behind there, we can see one here, is a philodendron bilietiae. Yay, so cute. And these are actually quite mature because look at the ear lobes. I don't know if they're actually called that, but the lobes are really big. And there's a few back there that are really big. You can see the yellow petiole on that one. And they also have a few smaller ones, I think. Okay, so these big ones are 155 euros. And then the smaller ones that we will see are 135. Thijs was nice enough to take this bilietiae out for us so we can see it in its full glory, because these are really mature plants. I have never seen them like this. Not even the one that I saw in the botanical gardens yesterday or a few days ago. It's smaller than this one, so very cool with the orange petioles. The light is not great. My head is in front of the light, but really beautiful. And you can see all the water droplets over here. Might be water or extra floral nectaries. I don't know. And it's making a new leaf as well. Look, it's popping very soon. These are amazing. And then here's the begonia snowcaps. Behind there, you see beautiful veiny leaves. Those are philodendron ploumani. And those are really big ones. It's hard to show them to you because I'm already stuck in the plants a little bit. So these big ones, I'm assuming, are about 150. The smaller ones are a little bit cheaper. Here is another melanochrysum, or is it a gigas? I just got a tiny gigas baby, so this is very exciting to see how big these can get. And I heard these are actually really fun and easy to grow. But obviously, it depends on your house and your setup.
130.
These are 130?
Yeah.
For this big one?
Yeah.
Okay. No comment. Jeez, you guys. I wish I had some money. I would come spend it all on here. Look at these begonias brevirumosa. I might say that wrong, but they are bright pink. It doesn't even come off on screen how bright they are. Amazing. And in the back here, behind the billietier, we have another begonia that is called Little Brother Montgomery, which is the most random name I've ever heard for a begonia. Let's look at those cool leaves though. That looks quite fancy. And then we have a few more. So we already saw this one, I think. Did we? Maybe not. Looks like another metallicum, maybe something else. Yes. Look at that new leaf, it's still floppy. And then down there are some Vici babies, King Anthuriums. And there's a bigger one here that I wanted to show you, because look. How beautiful is that? The little ribs. Oh, and I skipped over the Ampliciumum as well. These are getting really big. Look at the size of that leaf. What am I skipping? Oh yeah, the Anthuriums. Thank you guys. So down here are a few Anthurium mediums.
The silver ones.
Silver. And there's a new leaf unfurling. This one, it has a more mature leaf shape already. And there's a few of those here. So if you like them, come get them. What is the price?
45.
45 euros. And if I wasn't clear before, this is not on a web shop sale. This is an actual pickup sale. So if you have a spot, you can come and get them, but not everyone can do that right now. These are philodendron luxurians. Beautiful velvet leaves. I never really understood why people like these because they look so similar to gloriosum on photos. But actually, IRL, they look very different. They're really velvet and the veins are much more bright. And it's a crawler philodendron, as you can see here. And there's a new leaf ready to unfurl. I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to hurt it. And then lastly on this aisle, on this side, we have some Maranta lemon limes that are going to be sold for about 65 euros. And for my American friends who are always shocked about the low prices of the aroids here, that are surprised about the high prices of these Marantas are really hard to find here in Holland. Like really hard, almost impossible. So this is the first time they are for sale again since 2019. So that's why the prices of these might be much cheaper where you are, but they are high here. So every country has its own benefits and the opposite of benefits. I don't know what that is. Here's a Hoya randomly hanging in between all the aroids. I like it. I spot all the Hoyas always. Let's go over on this last table. This is a packed table with, let's start at the beginning in the front. This is a variegated domesticum,
yeah,
right? I'm saying it right. So we've got one more leaf here. Beautiful yellow variegation, and I explained this before in a different video, but the yellow variegation often is, or always, I don't know, is a Polaroid type of variegation. So it comes out green, and then you can see here it's slowly starting to turn a little bit lighter green, and then it's gonna go yellow, and then it might even go more beigey color. So that's a very cool plant.
185. And there's a smaller one over there that's 165.
Okay.
But it's all the way over there.
185. Very cool. And then here we have some more mature mamais, which look very cool. When they get more big, they look a little bit like the plamani as well, with the little ruffles. Can we focus on them? Yes, ruffles on the stem. And beautiful, the darkness in the veins makes it look extra three-dimensional, I think. But Thijs is gonna take this away while we look at other plants because it's so full here that we need some more space. Here are some mamais. This is a smaller pastazanum with a beautiful new leaf about to open. Can we see here? Yes. So that's very cool. There's should be a few more pastas. Am I messing this up completely?
That's the number 10.
A nagari tense, right.
I think they are mixing.
Oh yeah, they are.
This is the number 10.
And that's
I think
the...
this is the pastazanum.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Yes, because the stem is different.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a new leaf here. Nagari tense. Have you ever heard of that? Tell me in the comments. I had never heard of that. And I keep forgetting the name as well, so I'll need to hear it a few more times from Nina to remember. Beautiful pasta baby. And another bigger, not so much baby, pasta leaf. And then, did I tell you the prices of those already? Yes, I think so. Pastas. So we started with the pastas. So these are a bit smaller, so they're a little bit less than the price I said before, basically. And then in the back we have some huge gloriosums and different sizes as well, so a little bit for everyone's budget. Look at this. It's hard to show you how velvet they are, but it's really beautiful. And they just keep getting bigger the further back we try to go. So I'm trying to reach for you guys, but look, it's so pretty. What are the prices of the gloriosums?
The smaller ones are 100 euros, and the biggest one is 225.
Okay.
Which is the large one.
Yeah, in the back on the right. That's awesome. Some brill marks in the back there and a pedatum, if you can see it there. And then we'll go back to the front here before we go to the ghosts. So, okay, let me see if I remember this correctly. We have some El Choco Reds over here, which I had never seen in person before, which is amazing. The color of those new leaves is incredible. I'm really impressed. And the velvetness as well. Here is another. Oh, is that the Nagiri tense leaf? There was another one. Oh yes, it's here. Shoko. How much are the Shokos?
They vary from 130 to 150.
That's awesome. And then there's this funky looking plant here, something banana something.
Banonii.
Banonii. I remember from, it looks like a banana, the leaf shape. And it's just a really, really long, thin leaf. But it is a philodendron, right?
Yeah, it's a philodendron.
Yeah. So I know a lot of Anthurium lovers who love these long leaves, but you also have the philodendron types.
Perhaps it's also nice to show the back of the...
Oh,
the
that is
Shokos.
so red. That's much more red than the varicosums. Whoa. Let's see if we can... Wow. Did you guys know this? I had no idea that it was this red. That's crazy. That makes sense why it's maybe called El Choco Red, but that's incredible. Thank you for showing us, Thijs. So this, I forget again.
Deflexum?
Deflexum. We saw that before, right?
Yeah, the big
Yeah, the
ones.
large one.
Oh yeah, the huge. So that actually has a big leaf change, kind of, because this looks quite different from the big leaves that we saw before. They get a lot more triangle and corrugated, it seems like. So this is a really long, chunky stem with lots of aerial roots. You can see it's very happy in the greenhouse settings over here. Ghosts in the back, Florida ghosts, and they were, what did you say for price?
80 to 100.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you want to show us one?
Yeah.
You can be our model, Nina. Ooh, look at this. That looks beautiful. And it's really white, which is amazing, but also scary. But you can see here that they are turning green. So they get the right level of light. And then they slowly start to turn mint and then actual green there. So these are beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful model, for showing us. We have some more varicosums here that are very bright and beautiful and veiny. Whoa, it's so packed together, you guys. There's so many plants. Look, there's more Shokos, I think. And then this one, I forget the name again of this one. Squamicaule? Oh, it's like a squamiferum, but different.
Yeah.
It's so hairy. Whoa, I need to get closer.
Should I get it?
Yeah, you want to model it for us? Our model Nina is amazing, one of the owners. Oh, thank you, Nina. It's so fuzzy and hairy. Oh, it seems to be thinner hairs than on a squamiferaum. And then the newest leaf is here. There's some dots on there. I don't know if that's normal, if that's... It might be extra floral nectaries that burn into the leaf with the sunlight. Here you can see a more mature leaf. Squammy something. Squammy. You guys, I keep forgetting these names. I'm not the best. But we'll learn them. As we see them more, we will learn them. Very cool. And the price of this one?
I think it's 160.
Okay, thanks. Let's keep going over here. Then, oh, by the way, if you didn't know, the back of the varicosum leaves here are super bright red as well. Might be fun to show you. And down here, it's baby paradise. These are all little baby Anthurium warocquianums, baby queen leaves. Some of them are a little bit bigger, so they have different price levels from 70 to 150.
Yep.
Ha! I guessed it right. Look at that. This is beautiful. This is actually quite a big one already. And I don't know if you can see, but it's got the shimmer, like a crystallinum in the vein. This one is still floppy because it's, can you see? It's a little bit floppy because it's not hardened off yet, so it's still a baby. And this plant actually has 2 growth points, so it's going to be a really nice full queen. There are some really tiny baby ones, and then there are some medium-sized ones or large, I don't know, these I think are medium, with a new leaf. The actual information you'll have to see on their website. Beautiful little queen leaves. And this one as well, this is really nice and narrow and long. And it's making a new leaf. Here's another one. And then the big one, well, big for the mini section, of course. Really cool. This is also a new leaf that is still very fragile, so I'm trying to touch it as little as possible. I don't want to damage someone's new plant. And this one as well, which is quite long already for a baby plant. Oh, and one more. Geez, I keep seeing more. This one's even bigger once again. And seems like it's gonna put out a new leaf as well. Very beautiful, very cool. So those are all the beautiful queen babies, which I'm very impressed by. This is #1 wishlist plant, and you might see it in my house very soon. We have one more that we skipped over here. Thijs just pointed out that there is an actual crystallinum back here as well. I think it's this one. It's really big. How did I miss that? There's 2. Is there 2? Seems like there's 2. These are, I can't even show you because the regale is in the way, but I'm gonna try and swap these over very carefully. Look at that. Beautiful. And the shimmer, again, if you only see these on Instagram, you don't know. But there is so much glitter in the veins. It's incredible. And then that one on the side here is even bigger. What are the prices of these?
I think they're both 150.
150?
Yeah.
Can I please take both? What? That's crazy. No, I'm not actually buying them, guys. I'm just here to film, but that is a great price for such a big mature leaf. That's amazing. And then this one I also completely forgot, but this is a magnificum with a still floppy, beautiful leaf. This is 150. And look how cool this is. These have, if you don't know, real magnificums have square petioles because there are ridges on the petioles. It's hard to show you. Wait, is this a little bit better? So there are 4 ridges on a traditional magnificum petiole, which makes it look like it's a little square. Fun fact for you. So I just checked with them. They will send me the price list to link into the description below. So if you want to check the prices, check that out down there. And also check their website, kakyaki.nl, because after this actual sale is done, they're gonna place all the plants that are left over on the website for their regular website sale, because they are actually a web shop, first of all, and this is just an extra. If you are in Holland and you do want to book a slot, check out their website as well. There might be a few more spaces available, but it is first come, first serve. So if you want a specific plant, they cannot guarantee that it is still there, but the web shop afterwards will have a lot of plants and they will Obviously, when you buy a certain plant on a web shop, there is a guarantee that you have that plant, rather than when you come to a shop or a garden center, that guarantee is not there. So keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, or maybe becoming a Patreon or a YouTube member. You can find all the info below and on this link as well. My YouTube members are amazing. Thank you guys so much for always hanging out with me, chatting in the Discord, and our monthly Zoom calls are also always really, really fun. Thank you so much to Kakyaki as well for having me, looking over there. Thank you guys for letting me film all the beautiful plants. It's been amazing seeing them and learning more about new names and new plants. Hopefully see you again very soon, and see you in the next video. Bye friends!